What's up, everybody? It's Retro Coyote here. Happy Fursuit Friday! Alright, so if you've been watching my YouTube Shorts feed recently, then you know that I love digital pets like Tamagotchi and Digimon. So today what we're going to be doing is taking a look back at what makes them so awesome, from their history to their future. So if you like nostalgia from the 90s and early 2000s, then hit that subscribe button and let's get started.
Well, if it isn't Tamagotchi, her new favorite pet.
Yes!
So what's that make me, fish sticks?
Oh, are you hungry?
Oh, no. By all means, feed it. Play till your heart's content.
Look, Goldie! I took good care of her, and she changed again.
Change? How about changing some water here?
Katie, Buzz is here!
So Tamagotchi can pause. I can pause too. Want to see that again?
Tamagotchi, the original virtual reality pet. Your care determines the pets you get. From Bandai.
Back in the 90s, Japan was going through a recession. As we Americans know all too well, recessions suck, and the cramped confines of apartment life don't cater to pets very well. It was in this world that the digital pet came to be born. The Tamagotchi is a handheld digital pet that was created in Japan by Akira Yoki of Wiz and Akimeta of Bandai. In the future, they would come to be regarded as the mother and father of Tamagotchi. It was released by Bandai on November 23rd of 1996 in its homeland of Japan and on May 1st of 1997 to the rest of the world, quickly becoming one of the biggest toy fads of the late 90s and early 2000s. Now, the original Tamagotchi device was pretty simple, just 3 buttons and a screen. You would feed and clean up after your pet and play simple guessing games with it. As it grows, it would evolve until it either passed away or returned to its home planet, because Tamagotchis were actually aliens who came to Earth to find people to take care of them. I actually got my first Tamagotchi for my 10th birthday. It was not only my first pet, but the first piece of tech that I ever actually owned. Needless to say, I was hooked. I loved it. It was also my first experience with a pet dying after my teacher took it away at school, and I had to hear it crying out in my desk, only to receive its dead corpse after the school day was over. I was crushed. My little buddy was dead. I ran back to my mom in tears about what had happened, and she simply reset the device and handed it back. This anecdote illustrates one of the biggest problems the original Tamagotchi had. It liked to die. This, for myself, and I imagine many other kids, was a tragic twist to what was otherwise one of the coolest toys ever. In the first 2 years following Tamagotchi's release in 1996, Bandai sold over 40 million units. The Tamagotchi was an overnight success. Even Shigeru Miyamoto himself was concerned about the impact it would have on the latest N64 release, a little game called Super Mario 64. When we were stuck on the spectacular 3D graphics of Mario 64 and racing games, we saw a huge hit in the form of Tamagotchi, a tiny keychain boasting pictures made up of no more than 10 or 20 dots. At the time, I thought Mario 64 had lost to Tamagotchi. No, I'm serious. Tamagotchi was indeed awesome, but Bandai wanted to make a second pet more aimed at boys. They wanted a sort of digital monster for boys to raise and battle. So enters the Digimon.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Digimon! Prepare to Digimon, the original digital monster. How well you train him determines the monster you get.
Yeah.
Train him to shadow box, to battle. And when you've taught him enough,
Prepare to Digimon!
challenge another Digimon. And if you've taught your monster well, he'll be victorious.
The Digital Monster is a digital pet created by Wiz and Bandai that spawned the Digimon franchise. It was released by Bandai on June 26, 1997 in Japan and on December 5th, 1997 here in North America. Unlike Tamagotchi, Digimon could connect via metal contacts on the top of the device, and kids could do battle with them and even fuse their creatures together to form powerful hidden creatures. The original Digital Monster model that was released in '97 sold over 14 million units worldwide, including 13 million in Japan and 1 million overseas, up until March 2004. Granted, it wasn't as big a hit as Tamagotchi, but still very successful, enough to warrant a multimedia franchise of its own, far beyond anything Tamagotchi ever had. Now, I missed out on the Digimon pet as a kid, but I would have loved it. I have some new ones that I bought from re-releases of the original run for the 20th anniversary, as well as one of the newer models from Digimon, which brings me to my next point. Bandai still makes both Tamagotchi and Digimon pets here in 2021. They've even introduced a Tamagotchi app for the newest version of the Tamagotchi pet, as well as a standalone app that's a pet in and of itself. Digimon and Tamagotchi are still fairly popular today. You can find them in all sorts of different varieties, such as the old school one that I kind of grew up with, as well as special versions like a Hello Kitty Tamagotchi and a Pac-Man Tamagotchi, which my brothers actually have, as well as new versions, which I've been meaning to try out. You'll have to let me know in the comments if they're any good, but these are actually really interesting because they link up with the phone app. So that has potential to be a lot of fun. So definitely let me know what you guys think of it if you've had that Tamagotchi. But yeah, they're still a thing even to this day. Let me know which one you had down in the comments below. And if you like this kind of stuff, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I post shorts like this every single day. Now, most of the new Digimon we do have to wait a bit for if we just don't want to buy the Japanese version, which is what I actually did with my Pendulum X Digimon. There's even a Digimon Fitbit style watch where the pet grows and evolves as you work out. He can also have random encounters and battles along the way. It just goes to show how enduring the idea of the digital pet is. The community has even invented a machine and accompanying app that allows you to battle Digimon from your little Vpet over the internet. How crazy is that? With no signs of slowing down, Tamagotchi and Digimon seem to be enjoying a mini renaissance of sorts, with us millennials who are old enough to have fond memories of these little guys.
So guys, that's going to do it for this week's video. I wanted to try something a little bit new where we talk about some cool nostalgic tech and toys from the early 2000s. So I want to know what you thought of this particular style of video. If it works for you, definitely let me know about it in the comments. I'm dropping that like. We're almost to 500 subscribers, guys, and I want to thank you all so much for subscribing and enjoying the shorts series of my Vpet playthrough, which is going to continue so long as you guys keep liking it. It's currently doing really well. So if there's another item from the early 2000s, late 90s that you want to see me take a look at on shorts, or if you want to see it get its own video, then let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a Patreon, link in the bio, by the way, you get first pick on voting rights for the next video. So if you want to do that, then definitely consider becoming a Patreon. I really appreciate it. And thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.